Alright, looks like we are live. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be playing Retro Jam 2. I mentioned while playing Retro Jam 3 that I didn't even know that there was a 2. I just kind of stumbled upon the third one and just jumped right to 3. But I don't know, here's 2. I'm curious to see how this is going to come out. I really liked 3. I was really impressed by 3. Retro Jam 1 was kind of just bland. There weren't too many standout maps. It was just okay. It wasn't bad. There's a couple bad maps, but obviously in these jams the quality is going to kind of, they're not all going to be winners. You have like a lot of first-time mappers and stuff, but yeah, Retro Jam 1 was just okay. It was just like even the maps that were good were just like, yeah, I don't know, that was fine. It didn't really do anything. There was no like maps that were like, whoa, this is incredible. By comparison, by comparison, Retro Jam number 3 had some really good maps, just some absolute bangers, if you will. But yeah, anyways, let's get started. There are... Oh wait, no, shit. That's the wrong one. Oh no. There we go. There we go, that's better. We're on normal. Ooh, that's not good. Somebody screwed up the start map. Here's the nightmare skill difficulty down there. Oh, is there no way back up? You just have to go through the nightmare portal? That seems like an oversight. There should be like a little ledge here you can climb back up on. Also, something I noticed is that the texture here, I don't know who made this start map, but they made a mistake or two. This texture is not the same as this trim texture here, so that's a little bit of an error. And then obviously you have a missing texture down here. You just see through the map. Okay, there we go. And then yeah, kind of weird that you can't jump back up. You just have to go through the nightmare portal and then jump back through whatever difficulty you actually want to play. A little bit strange. I like the start map visually though. Looks nice. Every time I see these stained glass windows, I always want to break them because of stuff like arcane dimensions. This is a cool area. I'm a big fan of this kind of like swampy castle theme. I love that ambient kind of swamp sound effect. Something about it. It's very kind of relaxing on its own. Anyways, we have 19 maps to go through. Probably gonna do half and half this stream, and then I'll break this up into 2 streams, unless these maps are all very short, which I doubt. These are probably gonna normal sized maps. So yeah, I guess we'll start on the ground level here. We'll just kind of work our way clockwise, because why not? This is cool. I like the staircase here. Poor dog. Anything down here? This is water. It's kind of interesting. Just a little bit of water. I like these rocks though. These look alright. So this right here is a little flat, but this area looks nice. I always talk about this. It's really hard to get rocks right. Like it's almost dependent on the texture you use and what kind of style you're going for. This is kind of going for like a obviously like a very kind of early like vanilla Quake 1 vibe. So nothing super detailed with the rocks, but I think this area looks really good. It's just like there's this one kind of flat patch there that looks a little out of place. There we go. This room's kind of barren. I probably could have put some more, like, doodads, trims, or something. Maybe, I think a good idea would have actually been to raise this a little bit, or maybe even lower it so that it's kind of on the bottom here, so you have one on the top and then one here, and then kind of either push it in the wall, or kind of have it come stick out of the wall. Where are these guys coming from? Jesus. And then kind of have it stick out of the wall. I'm always just in favor of kind of making, you know, making things pop with brushwork. I think it just looks so much better than just having, like, flat, just big flat walls. Just kind of breaking it up through any means necessary. Wait, is this the start? Oh no, there's a different area. What the hell? Bunch of goodies down here. Way back up. Nice. More nails. Hey, there we go. Oh, hey, I like that. That was cool. That was really cool. Have a little floor tile with a guy pop up. I like that. This hit scanner. Scrag. Pretty cool, cool encounter overall. I like this room. I like how it's set up. I think the only thing I might have done there is I think I might have waited until the player was a little bit further in to activate the trap. Maybe have like some bars come up right here, and then kind of trap the player in. But this is a pretty cool area. That was a fun encounter. This map just has like so many enemies that just run out from like another part of the level. I'm just trying to look at something, and just like some random knight just comes running up from a mile away. Death pit down there. I like this little cutout here. This actually is very cool. It would have been really easy to just have. It would have been really easy to kind of just have this be like a flat wall, but having this kind of be opened up, you can kind of see the rocks, even if there's really nothing here. Would have been a good opportunity to put like a knight or an ogre or something over here, but not a big deal. Does this lead anywhere? Oh shit. Look at these little altars here with the items on them. It's kind of neat. Is this, no, it's solid. Kind of a weird, I don't know why this is sunken into the ground here. Oh, get out of here. This area I kind of saw earlier. I don't know what's going on down here. It's just like an alternate path you can take, I guess. A little bit of non-linearity in this map. It's kind of neat. So yeah, I guess you can go this way, or you can kind of go the way that I took. That's kind of cool. I don't know how to get that grenade launcher. I would like that grenade launcher. That's gonna open something later. There we go. Some scrags coming down through there. That one kind of looked kind of awkward. I think what I might have done, hi, how's it going, chat member? How you doing, buddy? I think what I would have maybe done there is, because this floor is like really thin, you could have kind of made this floor a little bit thicker, and then had like had it like open up, like once the player is under here, had it open up and had like the Death Knight drop down, because like this wall here is kind of awkward. I feel having it like come down, and it just looks weird. I see what you're going for, like another ambush thing, but yeah, that one was just a little strange looking. Those rockets over there. Let's grab those. I don't even have a grenade launcher. This little underwater section. Some health. I'm doing okay, chat member. How about yourself? Nothing cool up here. I wish Quake had some more underwater enemies. I guess every enemy is an underwater enemy. I got stuck on that Geo there. Path is cleared. Okay. I might have... I feel like that fiend, like I was already up the staircase by the time that fiend spawned. I would maybe have spawned the fiend up here so that the player kind of like directly runs into him, because there's really no reason for the player to go like over here, right? Because like you clear these bars, you do this, and then you're just gone. The fiend's like, he just spawns in. I'm already halfway up the stairs. So yeah, I probably would have spawned him up here, just, you know, just so he's like in your way, instead of just like, because I could have just walked away from that. I didn't have to fight him. Oh, cool! Now all the bars are lowered. That grenade launcher. Sick of these damn zombies. This is cool. I always love levels that you kind of go back through with like a different different context. Nearby grate. Is that this grate? Yes, that is this grate. Damn it, I was trying to be fancy. The first ogre we've seen in this? This area here is a little bit awkward. I don't know why there's like... I don't know if this is supposed to open up. I don't know why there's like a... I understand why the... Can I get up on here? Yeah, I can. Okay. Yeah, this whole area looks like it's supposed to like come apart. I don't know how else to better explain it. It's like all disconnected in a really strange way. Maybe we'll go back there. I don't know. We need to go this way. This is a cool encounter. The only thing I would have maybe done is put like a little rock in the middle here, like a pillar to kind of dance around the Shambler with. Just something to break line of sight with him. I think if you had put that pillar there, you could have potentially put like a second ogre up here, and then maybe have some fodder enemies kind of come in from behind you. So you have like the shambler you're trying to dance around, and then maybe like not too many fodder enemies, just like one knight, just to kind of push you around, just to kind of keep you moving. I don't know. That was fun though. I like this area though. Again, I like these rocks. Cool little exit. That was a pretty fun map. It was pretty. It kind of lacked detail, I think, in some areas, but overall it was pretty fun. I think it had some good concepts. A really solid layout. Overall, a good time. Let me check something real quick. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, never mind. Alright, that was Nailed to the Rock by Caffeine Freak. Fun map. Good start to our jam here. This one's not kidding around, and not wasting my time, more importantly. Just giving me that super shoddy right off the bat. I appreciate that. What is this way though? We kind of spawned in over here, and then you can. Okay, that's cool. Oh. There's a little pentagram down here. It's kind of cool. Oh, that was cool. I like that. So many good, like, little surprise ambushes in these maps so far. That guy got stuck. That was unfortunate. That was pretty cool. That was a fun ambush. It's down here. Oh, okay, I see. This kind of leads us out this way. There's so much to unpack. You're thinking of No More Room in Hell, chat member. That's the name of that game. I haven't noticed this pathway up here. We're gonna be going on later. So yeah, I guess there's a lot to unpack here. I really love this little ogre ambush. It's very creative, having him just kind of run up out of the water. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've seen zombies rise out of the water. But I don't know if I've ever seen like an ogre come out of the water like that. That was very cool, very creative. You kind of got this room down here that looks pretty neat. Let's check out that passage. Let's see a fish down here. Oh, is that it? There's nothing else? Okay. Got the... That's kind of dickish. I don't like that. I think that if you're going to... I think that if you're going to have a secret like that, I'd rather have it on like a higher floor or something. Like you can see the kind of like the mega hell. Like maybe if there's like there is a second floor of this room. I would have had it up there. I don't like that. You can kind of see it, and then it's like you kind of jump to it, and the map's just like nah. Feels bad. I like this room. This bookcase texture is kind of weird. I don't think I've ever seen it before. It reminds me of the Knive theme. The one theme, like that one classic Quake theme with all the bookcases. I don't know what the hell it's called. I don't know how to pronounce it. Reminds me of that though. Very cool looking room. Fun ambush in there too. right there. Ooh, I'm so close to getting up here. Not quite, though. That's doesn't lead to anywhere. Oh my god, what the hell? Talk about creative. Whoa. Now that is cool. The whole room transforms, so... Okay, that's it. Man, that was a cool level. I like the full, like, room transformations. Oh, I can see a little secret there I missed with a rocket launcher and a red armor. That was really cool. I like the full room transformation. Stuff like that is really neat. Kind of subverting the player's expectations and just, like, shifting a whole bunch of stuff around. I think that last fight was a little awkward because I ran out of nail gun ammo. It seems like there's a lightning gun I missed somewhere, maybe, because I saw a bunch of like boxes of cells. So I don't know what that was. Yeah, overall pretty cool. Some really neat ideas there. That was a Librarian Deception by Chinaki and Beater. I don't know how to say your name, sorry. Cool map though. This one just starts you in the water here. Okay, they're gonna make me do some stupid shit, so... There we go. I like this gate here. That gate looks really cool. Like the messed up like, iron bars. It's really nice. Definitely a choice having the grenade launcher be the second weapon you get. This feels like somebody's first map, maybe. Unless some crazy shit's gonna happen in like a minute or two. It's like just kind of a flat area. Oh, okay. It's like a big castle up here. Maybe something interesting will happen. Yeah, these caves, I'm not a big fan of this. These walls are like super flat. They tried to add like a little bit of kind of something to them. Harsh 90-degree angles like this also don't look super great with rocks. I mean, they definitely tried in these caves, but I feel like a little bit more of like ground and like height variation would have been nice here, because yeah, this is just like super flat. Again, the not the last level, but the one before that, I think was a really good example of what to do. Probably shouldn't have wasted nails on that guy. It's okay though. Missing all my nades. Very cool. I guess this has to be a new mapper. I think for a new mapper, this isn't too bad. I've definitely seen a lot worse. They didn't They didn't try to make like a giant monstrosity of a map, so I'll give them that. But yeah, some of these choices are kind of interesting. Some of this area here is way too big. I know what they're trying to do like a big fight out here, but it's just really flat. Quake works best when you have a height variation, like in the environment. You definitely want there to be different levels that you're kind of moving up and down between. You don't want just the surf. You don't just want you don't just want like a big flat area. That's just kind of boring. You want like different levels. Having the ogres be up here was pretty good, but there definitely should have been like maybe one thing to do is have like a big staircase, right? Have like a big staircase where like have this be elevated slightly, and then have like a staircase that kind of leads down like this, and then you have like more enemies, you know, up here. And so you're kind of fighting up this staircase up and around it. That could have been interesting. Just any kind of height variation, because everything is just really flat. I can't reach up there. I'd also maybe consider bringing the ogres down a little bit in some of these rooms. I don't think it's always a bad thing to put ogres really high up, but it basically means you have to use either like the boomstick or the nail gun on them. Because like I could maybe if I jump shot, like barely reach a grenade up there. I guess I could use rockets if I had rockets, but if these were like a little bit lower, I could kind of nade these guys, and it would just give me more combat options, and kind of make things more interesting. I would have had these go all the way into the ground. Not a big deal. What did they say about explosives? So many dogs. Oh, we were in like a castle. There's a bunch of dogs running around. Guys with laser guns. I don't know what the hell this contraption is. Back here. This is like roof fell in or something. I don't know what's going on here. How do I get by? Let's go this way. There we go. It took a second. I hesitated for like 1 second, and thankfully the spawn didn't immediately start bouncing all over the place. This little climbing puzzle here is cool, though. I like stuff like this. You very kind of wisely did not put like a excessive amount of combat while you're trying to climb up this. That would have been a mistake. So yeah, a lot of the times like precision platforming and like combat don't mix. I'm not saying that's what happened here, just for clarification, but just in general. These enemies are going wild below me right now. I did not need to shoot a grenade at that dog. Get rid of you. Little green armor. Take that. Getting up here. Oh. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. On one hand, I do think it's kind of cool that you can, like, get the upper hand on some enemies, but on the other hand, I feel like I just kind of wasted a combat encounter. Like, those guys just kind of ate a bunch of nades from the rear there. It was like, alright, well, I guess that's one less thing I'm gonna do later. Is there anything worth jumping down on? No. Let's jump down to this. Where are you? Oh my god, so many knights. Death knights. Walk onto that grenade. Very cool. Oh! Thank you, Fiend. You just take care of that for me. Yeah, so here's where this encounter would have been. Like I said, I'm kind of mixed on that. I feel like on one hand it is kind of cool. I feel like maybe you could have split the difference and just had the player kind of see the upcoming encounter but not be able to, like, shoot them in the back so that there is no encounter. Not a big deal, I don't know. I'm not really sure what to think of that. I guess I'm kind of mixed. I have some mixed thoughts there. I like this, though. This weird, like, mess of oxidized copper with the runes looks pretty cool. What does that mean? Oh, am I supposed to go back up there? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll go back up. Full on nails. Nope. Get out of here. Hey. Mega health. I'll take that. Oh, no, you don't. I guess he did. He got some damage on me. Oh, shit, there's more of them. Where's the last one? There you are. This looks weird. This is like a mess of textures. I don't know what's... I guess that's supposed to be like a door, but this middle texture looks weird. This one's a little off about that. More rockets. Just like coffins, I guess. Find the royal escape tunnels. Did I not grab the gold key? Are these not the royal escape tunnels? What's this? Okay, well that teleporter doesn't work. I guess I'm lost. I thought that was the royal Oh, wait, you have to push the button? Oh, I thought you just sat on the chair. That's kind of lame. I wasted that quad. Yeah, I would have had it be because this was more obvious than the button. I would have had it just be like you sit on the chair and then the whole thing moves. That would have been cool, or more cool, I think, than just pushing that lame little button. That cave at the end was kind of neat. Slightly overambitious level, if I'm being honest. It definitely avoids a lot of the mistakes I see a lot of new mappers make. Like, it wasn't... Sort of. There were, like, a lot of really large areas that just kind of didn't feel, like, very filled out. Just, like, very boxy and square. It wasn't a terrible level. Like I said, it avoided some of the problems that I see a lot of new mappers make, for sure. And I think it had, like, better... slightly better, like, encounter design. But yeah, I would have preferred something that was a little bit more smaller in scope and scale, but like tighter in terms of like both execution and visuals. It just felt like there was maybe they were trying to do a little too much there. Not to the extent that I've seen some other new mappers, but it's all right. That was Rune's Throne by Cliff. We're just machine gunning these. I like these little side things. Those are cool. This looks nice. Oh, this is made by somebody with experience. I already tell. Somebody with experience who likes to potentially waste my time. Please give me a super shotgun. I mean, the quad is nice, but I just want a super shotgun. Nail gun works too, I suppose. I don't have many nails, though. Secret. This is cool. I like how the other, like the opposite teleporter is like broken. That's pretty cool. And then this just leads kind of back down. I like how this is like hidden as well. It's just sort of like kind of easy to miss, just kind of shoved in there. It's like a little fun side room there. I like the event with the quad killing the zombies. That was pretty neat. The one, oh, there we go. There's my super shotty. Although I have to kind of wonder what would happen. I guess it's just for a secret. Okay. I was gonna say I wonder what would happen if you didn't kill them in time. But I suppose if that's not how you progress, it doesn't really matter. There's this guy. Let's get rid of this guy. I have my... Oh my god. The ogre nades in this game are just like homing. It's honestly crazy. Just like, they'll just bounce off of like 30 walls and hit you. Ogres have the most insane nade accuracy. I like this this like metal piping is pretty cool. I always appreciate any kind of I guess they're technically not circles. They look circular enough though, I suppose, for the purposes of this map. There's some really cool details in the environment. Like I like how this like wall is kind of like all fucked up and pushed in. Like, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, is like having just like little bits of brushwork, you know, make the environment pop like this. Just little things like this. You know, these pipes too. And where's the wrecked floors? Like this as well. Like having the screwed up floor looks really nice. We'll come back and deal with that. Get rid of you. I like the multiple arrows pointing towards the ammo. This is a cool tunnel. Alright, let's go kill that boar real fast. That tunnel might have been a really cool area to do some seamless teleports because it's so like twisty and windy and it's all the same texture. I'm not really sure what you could have made out of that, but I just imagine a scenario where it's like you just kind of keep running endlessly through the tunnel. This area looks interesting. Nope. I was better at jumping, I could have made that. Wow, I guess I didn't have to make it anyways. Another nail. This map is going to be a lot of nail guns. Which is kind of strange. I think I found like 3 so far. Alright, down we go. I like the broken staircase in the water here. That's pretty cool. The little secret under it. Just shit. Actually, how do we get out of here? Oh. Who are you? Oh shit. Okay. I should have played that a lot better. I was trying to figure out how I get out of there without Okay, I think these guys are all infighting. So I'm just gonna let them do their thing and I'm gonna just do that. The gold key. Oh, I pick up the silver key? I picked up the silver key, so back this way. I wish there was like a bridge that extended across. Again, I think you could make the jump from here. I'm not very good at jumping, so. Oh wait, what? Oh no, wait, I grabbed the rocket launcher. Wait a second. Okay, I guess I gotta go back to that area, kill all that stuff. Hopefully most of it's just dead. I'll let them fight. Oh no, hello. There we go, okay. So I didn't pick up any key. I just picked up a rocket launcher here. I guess I'm slightly confused. I feel like these stairs should have been expanded. I know there's like a little item in here, but it's just kind of awkward how small these stairs are. I guess one thought is that, like, continuing with the theme of like this place being run down, you could have had these be, instead of stone stairs, have these be wooden stairs and have like the wooden stairs are kind of like broken in one section. And then put the item in there. That would have made more sense. It looks kind of weird just having them be like little 64 unit wide stairs. Okay, so we grabbed that. And we went in here. Okay, it just takes you back. I'm perhaps a little confused. Just kind of leads there. I think this area of the map is just done with. I don't think I need to be here anymore. This is... oh. Neat. I like the little ceiling support there, or whatever that is. It looks neat. Again, lots of cool like brushwork detail on this map that I really appreciate. It just looks nice. It's just nice to look at. Just it pops. I don't really know where to go though. Feels like I'm maybe missing something in here. Yeah, I don't... Silver key is not in this room. This room's also just... I kind of see what they're going for, but there should just be like a... I wish there was just like a bridge on one side or something, I don't know. This is... These arrows are kind of pointing to, I guess, where the silver key... That wouldn't make any sense. Right on here, that was the invis ring. Come up here, this is the rocket launcher. Okay, so we got the rockets. You can see that's stuff up there for later. I'm definitely missing something here. I just don't quite understand what. This, come up here. So I don't know if this is pointing me to where the silver key door is or where the silver key is. But I mean, there's nothing over here anyways. I do see a room kind of down below through these windows, but I don't know if these windows are just like decorative or not. It's like that room down there. I mean, I'd have to find a way to lower the bars. So yeah, I don't quite know where to go right now. This level's kind of come to a screeching halt, unfortunately. I mean, it's possible I'm just missing something very obvious. There is nothing in here. Just this. We're only like halfway through this map. This is not great. Being completely honest. I just... Anything under these? No. Just, again, I don't know how to get into these rooms. If there even is a way, or if there's anything in there at all. Can you shoot these? Maybe it would have been nice if you could shoot these to like raise those. Yeah, this is kind of rough. Again, unless there's something really obvious that I'm missing. I genuinely do not know what to do here. Extended corridor in an elevator in the beginning of the map. Okay, thank you. This one? Oh, this one right here. Okay. Oh, alright. That helps. I don't know. I feel like I would have maybe had to... I guess I just kind of missed it because you come out of here and you just kind of go straight, and this area kind of blends together. There's really hasn't been a reason to go this way. I think I just kind of missed it, unfortunately. There we go. That's our silver key. Some more cells. Yeah, I think what it was is that, like, because there's a lot going on in this area, right? Like, you have this passage that takes you, I guess, over here. This is this the start of the, this is the start of the map. And then you kind of have this passage that takes you out to this area. I don't know if we're ever going to come back here. And then this is kind of the way you progress, and then this is just like a dead end. I think there's just a lot going on in this area, so it's just very easy to kind of be like, okay, I've already explored over here, and to kind of just not even think to look to the left as you come out. I think I maybe would have had the player somehow facing this like passage here. Maybe even just have the teleporter like spit them out right here. I don't know. I'm not sure what the solution is. I mean, lights are obviously a way. You know what would have been better is have an enemy be over here. Have like an ogre. This ogre right here. Have him just kind of hanging out. As soon as you come out of the. As soon as you kind of come out of this teleporter, just have like a couple enemies come out from this passage that might draw your attention over here. Anyways, let's go over the silver key door. That's a knight. Not gonna lie, kind of disappointed by that silver key door. I was hoping, given that it was like made out of the rune blocks, I was hoping for a cooler door opening animation. Hold on to that quad for a second. Gold key. Like that. The red armor's saving my ass there from all that self damage. You. I think we're coming back here, so the cool underwater section here. Oh. Just a little air pocket, I guess. Oh, you can just get up over here. Okay. I was thinking that you had to go that way to kind of get up. Just at all. There we go. Down we go. Oh, hey, that's cool. I like the texture change. This room looks really cool visually. Is this just fucking with me? I guess so. I just saw the blinking light and I kind of assumed that there was going to be a secret there. This room is very fun. I like this combat encounter. This is like some prime Tom and Jerry shit in this room. That was very fun. Just running around and blasting these guys with rockets was very cool. Anything I see bleed, I just start shooting. I just assume it's a secret. But I'm being tricked. Again, I love the brushwork in here. I love the broken up floor. Looks really cool. I like these pillars. Looks nice. The texture change down here is very cool as well. Trials lie ahead. That was fun. I think like I said, the one issue is that little hallway, and you can see it right there. I think as you come out of that teleporter, having a couple of knights down that hallway that kind of come at you, with like a Death Knight, or have an ogre down there, have just something to draw the player's attention. Because I think that starting area is like very, there's just a lot going on. And I just kind of dismissed like, oh, okay, I've already been here, I already kind of explored it. So the key's got to be somewhere else. But other than that, good map. Nice visuals. Some fun combat encounters. That was Hypnotic Greenery by Detrohaga. What in the world is going on in this map? Just let those guys do their thing. Okay. There we go. This feels very amateurish. This feels very new mapper. There's just random stuff all over the place. A Mega Health just sitting out in the open. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is not good. This is not good. This is not how you do a map. Maps need to have some cohesion, some structure to them, not just random shit everywhere. Why are there so many boxes of like nails and cells everywhere? I don't even have a lightning gun. Look at all the cells. They're just all over the place. Door kappa locked. This is a good thing I have so many nails. It's the only gun I have, but... Wants me to go up? This room is really awkward to get around with these, they try to do like a church sort of thing with the podium, but it just makes the room end up being really awkward to maneuver in. Oh yeah, this is not great. This is really bad. I played some maps from like the early 2000s, and this kind of feels like that. Just like somebody just like putting shit together. I mean, like, one thing is, like, if you're like a new mapper, one thing that you can really do is, you know, just look at like the default maps. So you can like look at like the maps that are like in the original Quake episodes. They're not the best maps. They definitely have their problems. They're not like, you know, some of the best the community has made, for sure, but like they're a good starting point, and they can kind of teach you a lot about like how to construct a good map, and then from there you can kind of start looking at like what the community has made and like the improvements and what they've kind of built up over the years. This is just like so sporadic. Door lambda open. What the fuck does that mean? Talking about Lambda? Half-Life? There's just like fiends running around. Alright, get the golden key. Is there a secret? Nope, no secret there. Door Kappa open. Oh, is that the door? I see what they're trying to do, like they're labeling the doors, but I feel like that's almost more confusing than just saying like a nearby door is open or something. I mean, if you really want to go that route of like, I'm gonna label my doors, I would color code them. Or like make them kind of uniquely themed instead of just calling them like the Lambda door or whatever. I don't know. I really don't think your map should be like so sporadic that you need to like label your doors anyways. It should just be kind of obvious, like, oh, okay, this door, this button opened, where did this guy come from? Oh my god, Jesus. Got that. What do we have? Okay, just those. Yeah, I guess I could just main the LG for a little bit. There's so many cells everywhere. So all these guys. You're down there, grab that. Oh, nice, I got a super nail gun. There you are. This is a copper. Oh shit, no, we can't even. So I don't understand why I don't have a super shotgun at this point. Seems kind of strange. I guess there's a lot of strange decisions being made in this map, so... Gold key. What am I supposed to do with the gold key again? Oh, upstairs, right? Dude, look at the jukes on this fiend. That was crazy. I like this like room that just has this like random like spike just right in the middle of the floor. This wasn't really what I was talking about. What I was talking about earlier, like having more height variation. You don't just have like a random little pile of dirt that kind of screws your movement up. Get rid of you. That works. I mean, it's just a case of like everything in the kitchen sink. Just all the enemies. How many? All of them. How much ammo? All the ammo. You want how much lightning gun ammo? Yes. This is probably the most cohesive part of this map, just this little hallway here. Visually it doesn't look terrible. It's kind of a little obnoxious. It's just like multiple Vors in a row. And there's not a lot else going on, but... Go up here. Ah, fuck. Should I just drop down? Grab this. Alright. Oh, you're still alive. Wait, what? More to go. We have more to go. I gotta go the other way, okay. Yeah, I mean, you just don't want to like throw like a million mid-tier enemies at the player. It doesn't. You want to create like interesting encounters. Door move unsealed. Okay, I don't even know where that is. Oh, this is door move apparently. Yeah, just like throwing like a bunch of shamblers at the player. It can be. I've seen some maps do it, make it interesting. But this is just not one of them. You don't. Oh, okay. What? I don't understand. Is this not the exit? No. It's not the exit? What the hell? The exit is waiting. Is it at the start? No, it's not the start. Oh yeah, it is. It's right here. Okay. Yeah, that was rough. That's oof. That was not great. It's just one of those things where like everything is wrong. There's just like it's almost just you can't really give advice or like feedback when just like everything is wrong. You know what I mean? It's just like everything went bad. Everything that could went wrong. Like I said, I think the best advice I could give in that instance is like just look at the original Quake and do that. You know, look at those original maps. You can also look at some of the other maps and the other retro jams that players are making. I maybe wouldn't look too hard at like the Arcane Dimension type maps. Those are like those are like peak Quake in my opinion. I would kind of keep the scope of like your creations small. You know, focus on like I'm going to create a few really good encounters that are, you know, kind of simple, but they're interesting in the way that they're presented, and have a map that has like a cohesive theme and, you know, a decent layout, and then you kind of just build upon that, right? Like mapping is a skill set. You kind of have to start small and kind of work your way up. I don't know of any mapper who's ever just like jumped into the deep end and has been successful. Who was that? That was Faceless God by Devil Tower. I have some stuff to learn there. Hey, at least the map didn't annoy me to the point of being mean. I've run into a few of those maps lately. The Lost Bastion. Ooh, I like that title drop. Oh, hey, this looks good. This is a nice palette cleanser. Yeah. Not wasting my time. Lost Bastion. Just like, here you go. Get to blast. Oh my god, really not wasting my time. There we go. Got a little tease of the silver key there. An underwater gate has been raised. See, that's a good example of how you want to do like the messages. Is just be like, you know, a general direction of like, you know, an underwater gate, a nearby gate, a gate in a cave or something. You know, being like door Alpha Lambda Bravo has opened is just like, nah, that doesn't work. You know, there are goodies around here that I might have missed. Oh. The Grisly Garden? Do all these areas just have like title cards? I mean, that's kind of cool. Pretty unique. Find the generator. Grab some rockets. Generator is probably in here. Alright. What's that? Nope. Okay. Oh, well, shit. Oh, cool. I like this little lift system here. It's pretty neat. I'm just gonna... Oh, shit. I almost ran into my own nade. Gonna trade blows with that ogre there. So why not? Very claustrophobic. This area here. I kind of like it. That dude's just stuck down there. He'll just live down there. That's his new home. It's the second level. It's been demoted. I kind of like these areas. Like, fighting in here is kind of a little bit of a challenge. It's slightly different to what I'm used to. Could you not? Oh, that's unfortunate. There seems to be a clip there. Let's grab this suit. Yeah, what am I doing? I got nades. How many? Oh, I have a super nail gun. I didn't even realize that. that. Grab some nails. I like how this area kind of looped back in on itself. That was very cool. One more to go. Okay, so now we gotta go to the other underwater gate. This is a really cool map. Bygone Epitaph? I probably mispronounced it. Let's check underwater. I like these underwater areas. You don't see a lot of underwater stuff in Quake. For good reason. I mean, there's not a lot to happen underwater in Quake. There's only like the fish. I guess like any enemy can be an underwater enemy, but you know. Oh, okay. Look at this. Ow. Damn it. There we go. Where is... oh, here it is. Oh man, those are some real slow bars. Just waiting for this guy to show up. That was cool. That was a fun level. Very well executed. Some fun combat encounters. Some areas that were pretty tight. I do wish that there was maybe a little more variety, because it did feel like both the silver key route and the gold key route were very claustrophobic. I wish one of them was maybe a little bit more open, and maybe one of them a little more claustrophobic, just to kind of contrast each other, but that's just kind of nitpicky. Another cool idea would have been to have like a choice of like what way you want to go first. Maybe there was a choice and I just didn't realize it, but I ended up going the gold key route first. Yeah, I don't know. Good level though. Overall, really solid. It's fun. Who was that? That was The Lost Bastion by Intangenti. Probably saying that wrong too. It's alright. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing. This is okay. I'm fine with this. Except the Death Knight just keeps fighting the Knights for whatever reason. He just did not care. He like would not come out of that little cave to fight the ogres, or to get blown up by the ogres rather. That was a cool idea that kind of got stifled a little bit by this Death Knight. He just got into a fight with all the other knights, and they all just kind of hung out under here, away from the ogres. Kind of unfortunate. It happens. I would have maybe just had like two groups of knights, and then maybe the Death Knight comes out from like over here, just to kind of split them up. Just because like I see what they're going. The idea of this encounter is that you kind of lead all these enemies into this like big pit, and then you have the ogres shooting down, and they're kind of picking off most of the enemies for you. Oh wait, this door is times. It's kind of weird. lot of zombies. These guys. Get rid of you. Kind of a big focus on ogres and grenades here, it seems, which I kind of like. Nice. Found a secret area. Alright, just a little house for this zombie here that I blew up. Strange. That's because this game is Quake. Like, what do you mean? This is literally Quake. There we go. That just kind of leads us back. That was fun. Oh, this is where we started? This is where we started. Yeah, this way. Yeah, just a shotgun. That's all you really need. Oh, nice. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Oh, nice. Now we're like above where we started. That's cool. It's okay, chat member. I just thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, this game looks like Quake. Yeah, it is Quake. These are obviously not this isn't like the default episodes. This is as the title states, this is Retro Jam 2. Community made group of maps here. Let's grab some goodies. Oof, that was pretty fun. This map is kind of going for like a like arena style, like kind of like almost like a painkiller, or like a Doom Eternal, just like a bunch of arena fights, which is pretty cool. These fights are pretty well thought out, and the arenas have been pretty decent so far. I think this one, maybe it could have been a little bit easier for the Shamblers to get across. This first Shambler got stuck like right here. Maybe if the Shamblers could have like jumped across, that would have been kind of neat. I don't know. Is this acid or water? Water. Okay. Nice. That would have helped. Yeah, this is Quake 1. Oh, and that's it. Okay. That was fun. Nice visuals. I like the arena style encounters. Those are pretty fun, well thought out. I feel like there was a couple areas where like the enemies would kind of get stuck, and it would kind of ruin the intention of the area, like those Death Knights and the Knights in the first encounter, or like the Shambler kind of getting stuck in the last one. Not a super big deal, but just maybe making like the bridges a little bit bigger or something, and then maybe having the Death Knight coming from like a different angle in that first encounter would have helped. But fun map overall. Short, sweet, to the point. That was Cavern of Lost Souls by Aiko Sheev. Alright, we got 3 maps to go. This one is a big step down from the last one visually so far. Definitely be conscious of scale. Like, unless you're gonna do some like really big art set piece, there's really no reason to make this room so large, because it's just like empty. There's like nothing here. Like, it doesn't look terrible, but it's just like you have these big flat walls. This room could have been made a lot smaller, I guess is what I'm saying. Star Trek Holodeck. I don't think I've ever played that, chat member. Does not open from this side. Okay. This is definitely a newer mapper. I appreciate the restraint though, to not just have like a million enemies. You kind of go down here. I like what they're doing here. It's cute. Grab this. Where are you? See if I can do this jump. There we go. So I can jump back. The jump back is going to be the hardest. I'm probably not going to be able to do the fit through here. Yeah, it's can't even make it through. I mean, I just don't have a lot to say about this one. This seems to be like a new-ish mapper, like I said, but they seem to be on the right track. They kind of understanding like the basics. Like if this was somebody's first map, I would say this is a pretty good first map. Could certainly do a lot worse. Like I said, I appreciate the restraint compared to that that one map with like the 100 Shamblers or whatever. I feel like... Okay, not done yet. Some of these rooms are like a little large and kind of a little empty. But again, it's the sort of thing where like you can kind of see like the the foundations of like understanding how to kind of construct a level in something like this. So I would say this mapper's on the right track, assuming this is like one of their first maps. They seem to understand like kind of creating encounters around like keys and items and stuff like that, and you have like the hub area. I think visually it doesn't look bad. Like I said, I think some of the walls just are very like giant and kind of plain. I would maybe scale those down just a little bit. You kind of have to know when to make rooms like large and give the player lots of space, and when to kind of create a more claustrophobic, tighter area. Like this starting area right here in the background is kind of like, it didn't need to be that big. There wasn't really anything happening there. It was just kind of made it feel very open and plain. But yeah, I don't know, that wasn't terrible. For someone who I assume is new, that was Caerleon Castle by Kaz. I've never heard of that name, so I assume that they're a new mapper. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like I said, the most important thing is like understanding those basics and like building that good foundation of like, okay, this is how you build a map. Like the one map with like the billion shamblers and all the other shit, that was like, no, that's not how you do it. Okay, looks like we are going down. Just a little way back up. Any goodies down here? There we go. Just like that. Ow, that hurt. Oh, we have more swimming to do, it seems. Oh, shit. Okay. Get hit by that. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Like, all the maps I play, I'm just like W keying forward until I find a super shotgun. Like, everything until I find the super shotgun is not important. Just like holding that W key down. I like this big spike crusher thing. It's pretty cool. I should have let these guys finish the ball. I like the visuals here. I think they could have kind of mixed up the textures a little bit. Like these ceiling textures look really bad, and they're like misaligned. That looks really bad. I think they have like an overall okay idea of like what textures to use, but I think they need to kind of mix in a few more. And you can kind of see that they were doing that with these like ceiling supports that are like the oxidized copper. I love the oxidized copper textures, by the way. They look so nice. But I would have broken up these like big stone walls a little bit more. I would have perhaps used like a different floor texture, which they kind of do here with the wood. That looks nice. But yeah, like splitting up walls like this to not just be like big slabs of the same texture, I think is really big, because this looks not great. But like the actual layout of this area is fine. It's just like visually it needs a pass. Oh, this is cool. This little diamond room here. Oh shit! I got scared. I thought that thing was gonna crush me. I guess it would have if I stayed on it. Oh shit. Not the most interesting Shambler encounter, but that was fine. I think there was like a good attempt made there with having the Death Knight kind of flank you from behind. I think that was pretty smart, but the problem with that is I kind of had to just tank him, because there's really nowhere to fight the Shambler down here. It's just completely open unless I want a Shambler dance on this bridge. There's no like line of sight, so like my best bet is to just take the Death Knight hits and back up into that hallway, and then fight the Shambler with this as my line of sight break. Not really sure what else could have been put here instead of the Shambler. This is kind of weird. There's no, like, holes. These nails are just, like, coming out of solid texture. That's kind of strange. I telefrag that other Shambler. Ticket has been punched. Okay. Well, that last room was kind of rough. You could see the wall. I would have darkened that up a little bit more, just so it looks like you're going off into shadows. Pretty fun map. It was alright. A lot of visual, like, texture issues, and like the environments themselves, I think needed like a visual art pass. I don't know how long the mappers are given for this jam. I think most jams are like a month, so like 30 days, around there, a couple weeks. You know, like 4 weeks to a month or something like that. You know, it's definitely hard to kind of come up with a concept, and you might not start at the start of the jam. You know, come up with a concept, work everything out, get everything working. You know, do an initial art pass. I get that, like, not everyone can kind of, in 30 days, make a beautiful looking map. But, yeah, I think that was my only real criticism. A couple of encounters were a little wonky. But otherwise, that map was fine. I like the big crusher thing. That was kind of cool. It was memorable. Who's that by? That was, the Terraformer by Deprogram? Is that a D or a P? I think it's a D. Deprogram. I think that's their name. I don't know how to... I might be saying that wrong. We're on to our last map here for this stream. Some mechanism that opens these bars. Okay. This just takes you back. That's kind of weird. I like the visuals. Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that. These are door textures. Excuse me, sir. These are door textures. These aren't spikes coming out of the ground textures. They could have used like this metal texture here, would have been fine. I guess like you don't want two of that. There's like some oxidized copper, like they could have used this. This texture looks really gnarly. Does not look great when used like this. And the visuals otherwise look fine. It's just that specific little texture is out of place and weird. Another thing, I don't know if I care for these lips. These like little like ledges here above these. They're kind of awkward to like jump over. I mean, visually they look very nice, and I kind of see what they're going for. I just think like from a gameplay perspective, I might have clipped these. It is very awkward trying to like jump up here, or maybe just like lower them and just have the lip just be barely higher than the grass here. I don't know. This looks cool. That is a pit of death. Oh, fuck. Nope, I'm dead. Oh, no, cool. Oh, I'm dead anyways. It's kind of a brutal encounter, jeez. press the 2 buttons. Nope. Gold key. Let's check out this passage here. Ooh, I like that. That was cool. The only problem is I can do this. Just stand up here, and then it's just not a challenge anymore. I don't know if I like these like little lips. I maybe would have like, I don't know. I maybe would have like called these off or something. It's a little bit easy to just cheese some of this stuff by like jumping up here, and then the Death Knights can't get up here to attack you. There are some areas where like this little like these like little like back here. These are fine, I guess. But in this area, I would have maybe gotten rid of it. I don't know. Where's the other one at? Where'd you go? There you are. Oof. I saw the chunk of flesh he ripped out of me. It hurt. Oh, I like that. That's kind of cool. The Quake symbol. Anything happen if I touch it? Strain. Oh, that's cool. It like knocks you back. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's nothing up here either. It's just kind of like some grass. I guess these are like planter boxes. I've made stuff for maps like this before. Like again, visually it looks nice. It's just a little awkward. And I think disrupts some of the pathing. I feel like there had to have been a way to like make this work with the gameplay and not have it be like so kind of awkward, I guess. Little bounce pad here. There we go. The parts of the beginning shouldn't be open. Okay, so back to the beginning. I like these chains. These are nice. I always love chains made out of brushes. Hey, not bad. Wait, where am I taking this? Let me go find where I'm taking this silver key, because I'm going to have to rush over, because otherwise I'm just going to get lost and be running in circles with quad damage for like 2 minutes. Let's see, down here. Yeah. Key is that. Let's get to the silver key, but where's the silver key door? Is it in here somewhere? I'm sure I ran past it like 3 times. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, well, I kind of screwed up the scripting there. I think the big Quake logo kind of is what's messing me up, because I didn't see the little silver key door icon. So, wait, what? Oh, here we go, okay. I perhaps would have, there we go. So I would have maybe streamlined that a little bit, 'cause that was a cool idea, but I would have had all the doors locked. So what I would have done in terms of like, how to script this out more on like a slightly like technical level is like you grab the silver key, this locks, these come down, and this locks. And there's literally no way out. Just to make it so the player kind of has to take this encounter, because otherwise it's like I said, I didn't see the little silver door icon behind the quad, the big quad logo, so I had no idea this was a silver door until I kind of came back here and took a closer look at it. Because in my mind it's like, well, I have this quad, I want to know where I'm going before I use the quad, so I'm like running around the level looking for a door that's just right there. I also would have maybe, as soon as you grab the silver key, maybe just have enemies, like some scrags, spawn in this room, and then have all the doors locked, just to kind of encourage the player to like grab the quad and just like get out into this room and start fighting. Visually, this room looks really nice, by the way. I like the wooden ceiling, some nice woodworking. Those like arches and the little circle in the middle there, or I guess that's a hexagon? Yeah, 6 sides, right? Yeah. No, octagon in the middle there. There's a pumpkin. Temple Excelli by Tonhao. Thanks for playing. Little Easter egg, I guess, at the end there. Yeah, that was a pretty fun map. I think really nice visuals. I like the blue. The blue kind of mixed with the brown and a little bit of green, I think looked really nice. I like the use of textures. I like the combat encounters. I think except for that one encounter that I would have just... It wasn't a bad encounter, it was just like the way, like... the way the player wasn't kind of forced into it, I think was the issue. Where it was like, I kind of was just like wandering the map while there's like this... You know, the encounter kind of started, and I'm just like, well, let me go check out these other rooms to figure out where this door is. But the door is right there. And you know, you can always unlock the doors once the guardian is defeated, the ogre with the shield. I also maybe would have upgraded that ogre to like a shambler or something, just to make it a little more interesting. Because that ogre went down pretty fast. And like I said, I'm kind of not sure on those like little like plant little like planter boxes or whatever on the side there, like the railings. I would have maybe just at a minimum lowered the railings so that they were at the same level as the grass, just so that they weren't so awkward to like jump up over. And I think that would have helped a lot. But otherwise, yeah, like I said, nice visuals, like good brushwork, really nice texture work, except for those spikes with the door textures. Those were kind of weird. And that was... I already said it, but I'll say it again. That was Templum Excelli by Tonhao. Good map. And that does it. That is the first 9 maps here of Retro Jam 2. We're gonna call it here, and we'll come back next time for another 9, or the remaining 9, I should say. Yeah, some pretty good maps though. I was kind of pleasantly surprised. Like I said, I wasn't sure how this jam was going to fare. The first Retro Jam I wasn't too hot on, it was kind of bland, and the third Retro Jam I really liked, so I'm not really sure, I wasn't really sure where Retro Jam 2 is going to land. But so far so good. I would recommend it just based on these maps alone. Maybe next time though the other 9 maps will just be like absolute stinkers. And I'll just be like, oh no. Well, I can at least recommend the first Flora maps. So, anyways, that is gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. GG's.